Picture this. You've had a full 8 hours of rest. You feel decent. You walk into the bathroom, catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and, wait a minute. Is that crease new? Why does your skin look duller than it did yesterday afternoon? If you've ever felt like you age more overnight than you do during the day, you aren't imagining things. And here is the kicker, it's not just getting old. It's not just genetics. For many of us over 60, our skin is our first line of defense. When it weakens, it's not just about vanity. It's about skin tearing, bruising easily, and losing that protective barrier we need to stay active and independent. Hello, friends. I'm Dr. David Thompson. I've spent my career focusing on the health and vitality of our older generation. And today, I have some good news. That morning aging you're seeing? It's likely caused by 5 specific nighttime habits. The best part? You can fix them. Tonight, we're going to walk through the science of what happens to your skin while you sleep and how to turn your night into a time of repair, not damage. Stick with me until the end, because the last habit is something 90% of my patients do, and they have no idea it's harming them. If you're ready to wake up looking as vibrant as you feel, hit that like button so I know you're with me. Let's get started. Habit number 1, the pillow smush, mechanical aging. Let's kick things off with habit number 1. I call this the pillow smush. Now, we all have our favorite sleeping positions. Maybe you've been a side sleeper since 1965. But here is the thing. As we enter our 60s and 70s, our collagen levels, the structural scaffolding of our skin, decrease significantly. When you sleep on your side or your stomach, you are subjecting your face to what dermatologists call mechanical compression. Think of it like ironing a shirt. If you press a crease into a shirt and leave the heavy iron on it for 8 hours, that crease becomes permanent. When we were 20, our skin snapped back the moment we woke up. At 70, those sleep lines take hours to fade, and eventually, they don't fade at all. So, what do? I'm not going to tell you to force yourself to sleep on your back tonight if it means you won't sleep at all. Sleep is too important for your heart and brain. Here is the practical fix. Swap your pillowcase. Standard cotton is breathable, which is great, but it's also abrasive. It grabs the skin. I want you to try a silk or high-quality satin pillowcase. It creates what we call slip. Your skin glides over the fabric rather than crunching against it. It's a small investment, maybe the price of 2 cups of coffee, but it drastically reduces that mechanical stress. If you can train yourself to sleep on your back, even better. Try placing a pillow under your knees to take the pressure off your lower back. It makes the transition much easier. Let me know in the comments. Are you a side sleeper, a back sleeper, or a smush sleeper? Be honest. Habit number 2, the moisture robber, environment and hydration. Moving on to habit number 2. This one is huge, especially if you live in a place with central heating like the UK or parts of the US, or if you're blasting the AC in Australia. I call this the moisture robber. Here is the science. Your skin has a circadian rhythm, just like your sleep cycle. At night, your skin temperature actually rises slightly, and its permeability increases. This leads to something called transepidermal water loss, or TEWL. Basically, your skin is designed to let heat out at night, but in the process, it lets precious water out, too. If the air in your bedroom is dry because of a heater or fan, you are essentially dehydrating your skin for 8 hours straight. You wake up with that papery, tight feeling. Many of you might skip night cream because you don't like the greasy feeling, or you think, I'll just moisturize in the morning. But putting moisturizer on in the morning is like locking the barn door after the horse has bolted. The water is already gone. Here is the fix. 2 steps. First, if the air is dry, get a humidifier. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just keep that bedroom humidity around 40 to 50%. This is great for your sinuses and throat, too, so it helps with that morning cough or dry mouth. Second, use a moisturizer specifically at night that contains ceramides or hyaluronic acid. Think of this as a seal. You're putting a lid on the pot to keep the water from boiling away. You don't need a 100 cream. You just need something thicker than a lotion. Apply it while your skin is still slightly damp from washing. It takes 30 seconds, but it protects your barrier all night long. If you're finding this helpful so far, consider subscribing. We talk about everything from joint pain to nutrition here, all tailored for us over 60. Habit number 3, the cleanliness mistake, washing habits. Now, let's talk about habit number 3. This is where many of my patients with the best intentions get it wrong. It's the cleanliness mistake. There are two extremes here. Some of you are scrubbing your face with hot water and bar soap because you want to be squeaky clean. Others are skipping washing altogether because you're tired. Both age you. As we age, our skin becomes less oily and more alkaline. Standard bar soaps are highly alkaline. When you use them, you strip away the acid mantle, that's the protective film on your skin. If you use hot water, you're melting away the natural lipids, fats, that hold your skin cells together. On the flip side, if you don't wash at all, you leave the day's pollutants, pollen, and dust on your face, which causes oxidative stress, essentially rusting your cells while you sleep. So, what is the Goldilocks solution? Switch to a creamy or hydrating cleanser. If it foams up like shampoo, it's probably too drying for senior skin. You want something that feels like a lotion when you rub it in. And crucially, use lukewarm water. Not hot. If it's steaming, it's aging you. It's a simple mental shift. Don't think of it as scrubbing. Think of it as refreshing. Before we move to the next point, I'm curious, what's your go-to face wash? Or is it just water? Drop a comment below. No judgment here, we're all learning. Habit number 4, the sugar crash, diet and glycation. Habit number 4. This one happens in the kitchen, usually about an hour before bed. Whether you call it a cookie in the US, or a biscuit in the UK and Oz, having that sweet treat with your evening tea is a ritual for many. I get it. It's comforting. But biologically, sugar late at night is a disaster for aging skin. There is a process called glycation. When you have a spike in blood sugar, the excess sugar molecules in your bloodstream bind to proteins. Unfortunately, their favorite proteins to bind to are collagen and elastin, the exact things that keep your skin bouncy and firm. When sugar binds to collagen, it forms what we call AGEs, advanced glycation end products. Appropriate acronym, isn't it? This makes your collagen stiff and brittle. Think of a fresh piece of bread versus a piece of toast. You want your skin to be the bread, but sugar turns it into the toast. It snaps and sags rather than bouncing back. I'm not saying you can't have a snack, but swap the high-sugar biscuit for something that doesn't spike your insulin right before sleep. Try a handful of walnuts. They have omega-3s which are great for the skin. Or maybe some Greek yogurt with a few blueberries. This small change does double duty. It protects your collagen from glycation, and it keeps your blood sugar stable, which helps you sleep deeper. And deep sleep is where the real repair happens. You'll be surprised how much better your energy is the next morning, too. Habit number 5, the blue light bath, circadian rhythms. We have arrived at habit number 5. This is the one I mentioned earlier, the modern trap. The blue light bath. Many of us read the news on our iPads, check Facebook to see what the grandkids are up to, or watch videos on our phones right before we close our eyes. The blue light emitted from these screens tricks your brain into thinking it's high noon. This suppresses melatonin. Now, you might think melatonin is just a sleep hormone. It's not. Melatonin is a powerful antioxidant. It is your body's internal repair crew. It fights off the damage caused by UV rays and pollution during the day. If you suppress that melatonin with blue light, you are essentially sending the repair crew home. You wake up, and the damage from yesterday is still there. Over months and years, this accelerates aging rapidly. Here is the challenge: the digital sunset. Try to turn off the screens 1 hour before bed. I know, it's hard. But replace it with an audiobook, a podcast, or an old-fashioned paper book. If you absolutely must use a device, go into your settings and turn on the night shift or eye comfort shield mode. This warms up the screen colors and filters out that harsh blue light. It's not just about your skin, it's about preserving your vision and your sleep quality. And we all know how much better we feel after a good night's rest. So, let's recap. To stop aging your skin while you sleep, we're looking at 1. Swapping to a silk pillowcase to stop the smush. 2. Using a humidifier and a good night cream to stop moisture loss. 3. Washing with lukewarm water and a creamy cleanser. 4. Swapping the sugary bedtime snack for nuts or yogurt. 5. Turning off the screens to let your melatonin do its repair work. These aren't just beauty tips. They are health habits. When you take care of your skin, you're taking care of yourself. You're telling yourself that you matter. Imagine waking up 6 months from now. You look in that same mirror, but instead of looking tired, you look rested. Your skin feels comfortable, not tight. You have the confidence to go out, meet friends, and chase those grandkids without worrying about how you look or feel. These steps get you there. They are simple, but they are powerful. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits are you going to tackle first? Are you getting that silk pillowcase? Or maybe the digital sunset? Drop it in the comments. I love reading your plans. And don't go anywhere just yet, because if you found this helpful, you need to see my next video. I'm going to talk about 3 hidden nutrient deficiencies that cause rapid skin aging. It's the perfect follow-up to what we discussed today. Click right here to watch that, and I'll see you there. Stay healthy, stay happy.